for the Utah Jazz, surprisingly, for this team that's so skilled.
Camby with a strong rebound and leading the break himself, throws it up for Anthony.
Allen Iverson was on the sideline the whole time saying, what do you need me for? You almost think that you want to kick that one off to Allen Iverson. Right. It worked perfectly, but Marcus Camby is not really the guy you want handling the ball in transition.
It's indigenous to the whole Brazilian thing. You know, the one nickname like Nene, you know, Ronaldo, Melo, Hoffa. Under an assumed name. Carmelo with another easy bucket underneath. He had Fisher pinned. And Carmelo Anthony, the NBA's leading scorer. It's a nice matchup here. Carmelo against Andre Kirilenko, and Carmelo Anthony on the early offense knocked down the jump shot. Anthony with a mismatch here against Williams, and he knocks it down and one. He had a mouse in the house and had a little one on him and took full advantage. Carmelo Anthony with a three-point play attempt.
This is the third defender that they've had. They started with Kirilenko, then went to Harpring. Now they've got Darren Williams in the transition play, and Carmelo is just too big. Nice to see Carmelo, number one, make the All-Star team. Number two, play so well in the game as a complete domination by the West. I love the ball movement. An All-Star game record, 52 assists for the West. We love you, DJ. We miss you. Donna, Dwayne, Daniel, Denise. We'll be there for you forever. Thank you.
That foul against Araujo. You know, it's interesting, Bill. He leads the NBA, as I mentioned earlier, in scoring at a little over 30 points per game. Had an interesting conversation with the last Nugget player to lead the NBA in scoring at 11 o'clock Eastern time. Coming up in just a few moments. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Utah leading by a single point.
For Denver, it's all Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony. They have the last 17 Denver points and 24 of the 27 total. Where are the rest of the guys?
So are you saying that the chemistry experiment is going pretty well right now?
It's happening right now. Can they sustain it? Allen Iverson, as tough a player who's ever been. Here's a guy who's playing with that bad ankle. He'll go to the bench right now as Diawara Yakuba comes in. Maybe they're playing without J.R. Smith.
Isolated against Harpring, took him off the dribble and put him in the hole.
Carmelo Anthony has come to deliver tonight, and George Karl, he has pushed all the right buttons. Here's a little trapping, pressing defense.
At point guard, Klaiza moved in at the 2 guard. Melo with the ball, starting at the small forward and getting results.
I'm not sure what's happening, but how Darren Williams is ending up guarding Carmelo Anthony in the low block, that will not last for a Jerry Sloan defensive strategy.
Folks, coming up at the half, we'll go back to the studio for the Toyota halftime show. Fred Hickman and the gang in there. Kobe wearing out Boston right now. The Suns heating up in Minnesota, and the Pistons proving to be road warriors.
Can I apologize to Fred Hickman, the big guy now, Dirk Nowitzki, for the Dallas Mavericks? I'm sorry, Fred. Please forgive me.
We'll see if he accepts that. Anthony, meanwhile,
I don't know. I mean,
might have hurt his feelings, Bill.
I think I did.
Melo fouled.
Jump ball, they call.
Oh, wow.
Jump ball. Bill Kennedy. Dick Bavette is calling a foul. He's going to step in and call this a foul. It hits the ground.
Was looking for the contact. Got it.
But he's just punishing little Miles out there.
Well, folks, tomorrow on NBA TV, some good stuff coming up with Anthony still at the free throw line. Nuggets against the Mavericks at 8:30 Eastern time. Sunday on ABC, Bulls Pistons followed by Cavs and Heat at 12:30. Then Thursday on TNT, it's the Cavs and the Mavs followed by the Clippers and the Sonics. And that is the unmistakable whistling sound, Bill Walton, of a technical foul.
Well, the assistant coach. Ty Corbin.
That was part of the decorum that was going to be enforced this year by the NBA, cutting down on some of the chatter from some of the assistant coaches. Anthony knocks down the free throw.
Well, one of the reasons I'm deaf is that I sat on the bench so often next to the assistant coaches who would constantly yell, illegal defense, 3 seconds, traveling. And
looking good right now with 8 points.
It's a tough matchup for Guricek against Iverson. Iverson is so small, you just go right underneath the outstretched arms. Carmelo Anthony trying to work his way to the foul line.
Yeah, just punishing Miles at the defensive end. 11-point lead. Utah Jazz with the lead.
Araujo, oh, beautiful lob by Marcus Camby.
Melo on the finish. And the lead down to 14 points. And but back to the storylines, Bill. The Phoenix Suns first place in the Atlantic as Melo gets the bucket right at the cup. I really think Sam Mitchell should garner some consideration for the NBA's Coach of the Year. So many new faces in the equation, so many new players.
Others won't have to.
Anthony on the wing against Millsap, and Millsap commits the foul. Millsap, and really a good story. His mom and his brother relocating from Louisiana to Salt Lake City to help Millsap's transition into the NBA. Millsap will take a seat.
Millsap is the second oldest of 4 children. His mom's been in education forever. And he's just the nicest guy. When you talk to him, he just got such a great outlook on life. And these Utah Jazz people, Kevin O'Connor, the general manager, the president of basketball operations, the research they do, like what they do down in San Antonio with the hustle by Araujo.
4-on-2. Iverson kicks it out to Blake. That's a 2-pointer off the mark, and Anthony has the rebound and the putback.
Jerry Sloan is up off the bench saying, how is that not a pushing foul in the back by Carmelo Anthony?
Anthony on the pick and roll, a little 2-man game, and foul committed by the Jazz underneath. Anthony at the free throw line. He was saddled by foul trouble here in the second half. Sat for most of the third and the early part of the fourth quarter with 5 fouls before coming back in with about 8 minutes to go.
I'm stunned that this has not worked better. Granted, there's injuries. Granted, there was the suspension. But this Denver team should be a lot better. That was John Stockton and Karl Malone and Jeff Hornacek. That's what this team will be when they get everybody back.
Anthony rising up and hitting the 3-pointer. They're trying to creep back into it. Down by just 9 points.
This game is far from over.